105.1. KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your home for the Oakland A's every weekend.
And is swung on line to left center, base hit, and the A's have won it on a walk-off line drive, base hit to left center.
Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning, Sacramento. I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. Another day, another Kings rumor. This time it's being reported by Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports that Kyle Kuzma to Sacramento has a lot of momentum. Kuzma has spent the last 2 years in Washington, where he averaged about 19 points per game. And the Utah Jazz continue to tinker with their roster as Talen Horton-Tucker opts into his $11 million deal this year. Yesterday, the Kings introduced their pair of rookies to Sacramento. Make sure to check out our YouTube and SactownSports.com to see interviews and stories about the new blood in town. Those are the headlines. Now we start the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and special guest host Jay Johnson.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Jason Ross, Jay Johnson, back again in the building. Nate Littlefield, he's always here. What's up, guys?
What's happening, Jay?
Hey, Jay and Jay.
What's up,
Nate?
Nate Jay.
Yeah, you're an honorary Jay.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
How you feeling today? Day 3 of the early wake up. Have you had a night where you just like stayed up yet all night?
No, I thought about it last night.
I bet one of these days Jay's gonna just do it.
I thought about it, but
He's a night owl.
I will say, yeah, I am, man. I'm out here like a raccoon in the night.
How'd you do in school? Like when school, in the college you could pick when you wanted, but like high school and before, like when you had basically a clock to worry about.
Yeah, I was more on the schedule. Mom and Pal made sure that I was on the schedule. Yeah. And, as you get older.
Snooze.
You know what? I never used, and this is sad, I never used an alarm until I got to college. My mom was my alarm in high school. I'm the only child.
Yeah.
So you
had help.
Whatever. Yeah, I did have help. But my mother, who raised me by herself, shouts out to my mom.
Hero.
Yeah, absolutely. She, my mom was a nurse. And so she had to get up at a certain point in time, and it just coincided with school for me 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
And that was part of it is, and I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people out there who go through this. When you come from a one-parent home, my mom had to do it all. And so there were opportunities where, I could stay up a little later or I could push the envelope a little more. But mom's was on me more of a schedule. So, up until a certain point in time, I went to bed about 9:30.
Yeah.
And then, as you get a little older, you start to relent on it. Okay, 10 o'clock. And then by the time I was probably a sophomore or junior in high school, somewhere around there, mom's was just like, all right, just make sure you take care of business.
Yeah.
But my thing, Jay, and this is what I tell my daughter, take care of business.
Yeah.
And I can't say nothing to you.
Yeah, it's true.
I was one of them. When it came to being on point, now I'm not saying I do a lot of dumb stuff,
right? But
I always made sure it wasn't under my mom's, nose, so to say.
Yeah.
So same thing. Mom start like whatever, man. It got to the point where I was like, man, I'm going out on school nights and I'm coming back at 9:30. And mom's just like, whatever, because I'm using a car.
Right. Right. Yeah. I think I don't know. I think I always had it in me that I knew not necessarily what was right or wrong, but what I would have to deal with my decisions, the ramifications.
Yes.
And so, but then it would also go, I know what I have to deal with my ramifications. I'm like, I'm out late tonight. I'll stay up late.
I'm kicking it.
And then I'm like, I'm good. And then I go, the next morning, it's like I remember in college, I had a bunch of roommates, especially my freshman year. It's like, I don't know. Every time we got to the weekend, just, drink, and it'd be Saturday or Sunday morning. I'm never drinking again. I'm like, we're going to do this next week. I'm going to be the one watching you 2 or 3 say, I'm never doing this again. I'm going to give you guys 5 days. And you're doing it again. So it's like, wait, did you not learn from it? So, but I'm guilty of that sometimes. Like last night was a little bit one of those where I watched the end of the A's Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't that late. Then I'm going a little bit longer. I'm like, I probably should be in bed. And then I stayed up more, got caught up on another show. And then it's like, yeah, I'm really hurting my my sleep time.
That's
here.
right.
And then it's just like, well, I'll have to deal with it tomorrow. And I woke up okay, but I'm sure at some point today I feel like is a nap day for me.
Okay. Yesterday, so I went into the whole week of the plan of not taking a nap.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't take a nap, I'll fall asleep pretty easy, which I normally do. But because I'm up at night quite a bit, that's just the time clock, right? And so Monday I didn't. Yesterday, I fought it all the way to about 7:30. And 7:30, 8 o'clock, and next thing you know, I fell asleep. And
that's so late.
Yeah, I know, man. But
I think you got to do the nap early.
I know. Look, my daughter and wife, they went on a walk, came back, and
you had the house to yourself.
Yeah, they were like, get up. So I jump up. It's probably about 9 o'clock at this point in time, 9:30 or something. I'm like, all right, I got to get up.
Yeah.
So I stayed up for a couple more hours. I actually wind up going to bed about midnight, which is probably not the best move.
Yeah.
But
that's early in general for you.
it is.
Yeah.
At least an hour or so.
Right.
Yeah, I'm probably right outside. I'm in the man cave or, 12 o'clock by that time because she's knocked out by that time, so.
On the flip side, so let's take you're not working mornings away. Yep. When does it get weird for you? You're like, I'm still up? Like, is there a time of night? Like, to me, when you get
sometime.
To me, it feels like
probably like 3
after 2.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit after, but if I start getting closer to 3, I'm like, I always, in my mind, we don't get the newspaper for years anymore, but I'm like, the paper's going to be here soon. Yeah. Like, I'm still awake, or it's going to be light soon, even though
time
it's
to
3.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it
3.
starts to get like, I'm still, but 1, 2, yeah, but a little bit after 2, I feel like, okay, I should be.
Sometime it's gotten better.
Okay.
Because it used to be like 3 every now and 4.
So it's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now, it's 1.
Okay.
So I'm lessening the hours.
Yeah.
But I'm not an early riser guy anyway. I've never been there.
Yeah.
I tell people the story of after going to college, I messed up because I went to school. I chose my school late, right? Mm-hmm. And so I didn't have the best pick of classes my freshman year. And going to the counselor and, sports counselor, and they're telling me, and at that time, my major was kinesiology, which is basically physical therapy, whatever, sports physical therapy. So they're like, all right, get straight into it. It's got to start taking HEF classes. And they look at the paper, and I'll never forget, she was like, oh. And I was like, okay, don't give me that person. Yeah. If you're going to do that while picking my classes, I don't want it. She was like, you have to. And so it was a professor, gentleman. We've all had this situation if you went to college, and this guy just did from what I was told, did not like athletes. I'm like, but he's in the health department.
Right. That's part of it. Out.
Man. And the cold part was the class was at 7:30 or something like that in the morning. I'm like, dude, I'm not getting up for that. It had to fit my schedule.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I got 1 F in my life, and it was that class.
Oh man.
That class, because I didn't go.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not getting, first of all, I live on the other side of campus. I'm not going all the way to the gym. And if you've ever been to UT, I mean, at one point in time, you used to have to take the tram around to get around classes.
Yeah.
And it was, when I was there, it was the biggest college in the nation at the time. No way.
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. No way. Hell, I'm not going there.
That was the beauty of college, though, too. So you could pick your times, your classes, your schedule, your days off. I mean, that was nice.
It was a little more difficult with baseball, just based off of
you guys had
practices and all these type of things you had to go to. But it was a lovely lovely thing.
Yeah, I remember one of the first. It might have been one of my first quarters at Davis. I think in one of the classes I ended up having, it was like at night and. Like night class, this is weird.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Just because you never, you go through all your grades in grade school, middle school, high school, and everything's done by 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
As I got older, transferred, went to school, and the major I had was organizational management business. we were having like 4-hour classes. So you would go 5 to 9:30.
Oh man.
And it was cool, but at the same time, it was like, man, we
4 hours.
10 o'clock. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Once a week or like twice a week?
Yeah, once a week.
Okay.
Normally like
All
once a week. So you might take, accounting Monday and then HR Tuesday and that type of situation. Wednesday it's business math.
Yeah.
I gotta be in there for 4.5 hours talking business math. But anything that had to do, upper courses, junior and senior courses.
Yeah, man. And time, time to me is such an interesting thing. Like, it feels like I can remember being in school not long ago, and obviously it was a long time ago.
True.
I was thinking about this yesterday. Nate was out there too. We were out there with Frankie at the Kings press conference.
No invite? You couldn't invite me?
You could have gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
It was fine. It was neat to meet the new guys or whatever. But I remember walking there going, man, wait. It's only been like 4 weeks, a little more than 4 weeks, like maybe about 6 weeks, I guess, since the Kings were officially eliminated. It feels like a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
It does, yeah.
Blame the NBA.
Yeah.
NBA stretches out too long.
The first round, and then after
All
that,
of
it
it
goes
for
pretty
me.
quick. But it just feels like, the season takes its time, all that. But it's like, man, it wasn't really that long ago that where I was walking in is where we did our pre and post, our pre-show on the weekends out there, and I go, man, it wasn't that long ago we were here, but yet it feels like the Kings got eliminated, forever ago.
Yeah, I felt like it was about half a moon ago. At this
Exactly.
That's good though. I think we're all getting over it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't over it when it happened?
No, it's like, well, I went to the game with some family and it just
Game
like
7.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts. It hurt, but it's like, yeah, I mean, what do you mean over it when things you got to go through the 7 stages.
Yeah, I agree.
Or 5 stages. I don't know.
I think part of it
stages
is
there are?
12 of them.
Yeah.
I really thought going into the series that they weren't going to win. So I kind of looked at it from the standpoint of anything they can get was going to be a growing stage, as we're talking about stages for next year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Again, I go in trying to win a championship, thinking about it. I mean, everyone has an opportunity, but realistically, I didn't think they had an opportunity to win the championship. So anything that was going to happen, I was pretty much prepared for. I figured there'd be an end date for the Kings.
Yeah, I was with you on that. I mean, I actually thought they could, in the way it played out, they would have played the Lakers. I personally think they would have beat them. There's no way to prove that.
Yeah.
I think their ceiling would have been the Suns and or Nuggets, and in that case, it would have been the Nuggets.
Agreed.
But it was tough when you're up 2-0.
Yeah, that's
the tough
what
part,
expectations change. I mean, that was the theme of all season last year.
Yeah.
Right? You start out 0-4 and then you just get hot and you're like, whoa.
Maybe they're
And
good.
you go 6, 5, 4, you're up to the 3rd seed,
Yeah.
sneaking to the 2nd seed for a second.
Yeah.
And then 2-0.
And then game 7, guys, was just like there's so much anticipation.
Oof.
First half was really good.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then it was kind of the slow bleed, like the reality of like, okay, they're down 8. Like, oh yeah, it's 12. Oh, Steph is
Mhm.
14. Oh, this isn't. It's not.
They can't
And
make
then-
a shot.
And then there was enough time and the difference to come back, but I don't think anybody felt it. And you're like, no, this is just going to kind of go out this way. And it's like, oh man, like it would have hurt to lose at the buzzer, but you like wanted a game in the last 2 minutes. Like, well, we're all just nervous and tense and sweating it out. And you're like, huh, well, this was a great year, but it's like,
Yeah.
didn't really anticipate it like finishing this way.
Yeah, I think the second quarter it set in, and then the third quarter, once all the rebounds were grabbed by
they
Kevin,
couldn't get one rebound.
Yeah, I was like, it's over.
It's helpless.
Yeah.
Every offensive rebound just took the air out.
Looney was just all over the glass.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude. If you needed to find out who committed a crime, you could find Kayvon Looney's prints on the glass, the rim, and the ball.
And it wasn't like they would ever miss one shot and get one offense. It was like 3 to 5 offensive rebounds on a series. And you're like, okay, people get offensive rebounds. One, you're like, miss. Warriors scored like, and it took like a minute and a half to get a 3. And you went, oh man. And the Kings would go down one shot and out. And then they miss 3, get a rebound, score. You're like, oh boy.
There was no answer either. Like Mike Brown tried everything. I mean, Alex Len got run. He did the small lineup with Trey Lott. It just wasn't working.
He didn't put Rashawn Holmes in.
Good point.
That's true.
Didn't put any of us in.
Sure
Oh,
yeah.
You know what?
I
X
think you're
factor.
on the glass, brother.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm seeing it.
Are
I
you,
don't
where
cross
you
it.
at with it?
Autocross half court. That's the defensive
Oh,
side.
okay.
I'm a scorer.
You okay?
Spot up guy or
Sure. Whatever they need.
okay.
Yeah. Whatever they need.
You
All
got
right.
it all, man. You're a
Well,
distributor, a creator, you a scorer, everything.
Offense.
This is the last time you played defense, Mr. Ross.
The first time.
That a boy.
Yeah.
The Ross Army knife.
Yeah.
That's what we call him.
It's one of those things like, I got this guy. No, you know what? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Here's the reality.
Recognize your talent
I
very
haven't
early.
played in forever, but when I was playing all the time, it wasn't that bad, but I wasn't really a great defender. But it was probably in a pickup 5-7 years ago where I was playing. There was a young guy playing, and he did like 2 moves, and my mind was like I got him. My body didn't, but I stayed. Like he went like left, right, went back to the left, and I stayed when they're like good defense. I'm like, no, I was just behind.
I was somewhere.
Like, I was trying to go back where he went, so he technically fooled me. But my body was like, you stayed in front of him. I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I did.
I'll take that.
I did.
I'll take that.
I had it all along. I'm like, just too slow. Just too slow. Anyway, we will have leading off. It does. We'll have leading off. We've got safe or out. We allegedly have Carmichael Dave from England. By the way, I did talk to Dave yesterday. We'll have an update on what that food, the 9 out of 10.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Thank God.
We were close.
Okay.
We were
Yeah.
close.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
little adjustments to what we thought that
Okay.
was. So he's scheduled to join us 3 for Madness. We will hear from the newest Kings. We have a chance to catch up with them. All that and so much more. So we're just getting started here on Sactown Sports.
The King season might be over, but Sactown Sports coverage never stops.
We as a team have a ways to go. This is something that you want to be able to build off of.
Stay tuned all off-season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
To protect your home from the top down, start from the roof line up. Get clog-free Byers Leaf Guard gutters, fire-safe roofing from Byers Roofing, and power your home with Byers Solar. Act now for $500 off Byers Leaf Guard gutters at thatsbyers.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave coming to you for Amy's Outdoor Living in Sacramento on El Camino near Watt and El Dorado Hills Town Center. They've got what you need for your 4th of July celebration. Now listen, Amy's going to pay all the sales tax on all of their huge selection of in-stock furniture, cushions, and umbrellas. Their best selection of umbrellas in tons of sizes and colors. Amy's Outdoor Living is your grilling headquarters with Traeger, Weber, Big Green Egg. You gotta see those in-store savings. Free assembly and delivery on all grills for the 4th of July. And they've got a wonderful selection of rubs and sauces. Buy 4, get 10% off. And they've got 20% off home decor accessories. What more do you need? Amy's Outdoor Living on El Camino near Watt and inside Amy Ace Hardware right there in the El Dorado Town Center. Enjoy your 4th of July, and you tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Thanks for being here. Welcome our 2 newest Kings, Colby Jones and Jalen Clawson.
New guys introduced yesterday. Monty McNair, excited to talk about his newest selections. Couldn't get into a lot more. A lot of people were prodding. You know those media, Jay. They're trying to get, free agency. He literally can't say things. He can't say names.
Yep.
The oddity that I didn't get clarity on was Monty said this on draft night. He said it again yesterday. He's like, well, we're hoping to get I don't even think he could say Rashawn Holmes' name is weird, but the deal finalized and hopefully have Colby playing in the California Classic. And like, well, he's here. You're introducing him.
Right.
I mean, he's a king. I don't think anybody doubts it, holding up the jersey. But it was like, all right, what?
Past the physical?
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe Holmes on the timeline of, I don't know. They just have to get that through. But it sounds like, I mean, it's all happening, but it's just a little weird because I'd like to see Colby play if he can next week.
Absolutely. I would imagine that he would want to play as well. But what happens if something goes awry and it doesn't work? Do we have to send him back? Does Colby not? Is he not a Sacramento King?
I don't know. I don't think there's been a situation where it's taken this long. It's been more of like one of those things where a physical hasn't been passed and a trade doesn't go through.
The paperwork ain't right.
Yeah.
We can fax it in.
I don't know if it's one of those end of the calendar year or you can't. I don't know because the new season is technically Friday. So maybe it goes through tomorrow or Friday, but
Okay.
Just odd. Just one of the odd things. But those guys were introduced. We'll hear from both of them later in the show. Let's go to cut 2.
Cut number 2.
The 1-2. Merrifield strikes out swinging. Doval, little skip. Tyro Strada right in the middle of everything tonight. The Giants pitch a shutout to start the road trip.
That's a win for the Giants yesterday in Toronto. Kevin Gossman, former Giant who wanted to stay a Giant, was dealing early. Shutout, struck out a bunch of Giants. They're facing Brandon Belt as well. But in the end, the Giants win. Still not a believer. I know I'm not going to get Jay to be a believer.
Not yet.
11
Still
games
not
above
there.
500.
It sounds good. Not there. We're not even in July yet.
No, but we're almost there. When's it? I mean, are we going to get to July and they're 15, 17 above? And you're like, no.
What do you expect the Giants to do, Jason?
Nothing.
Okay.
But I think they can make the playoffs.
Yeah. Maybe. Still not a believer. Are you a believer in the Reds yet?
I want to.
Okay.
It's because of Ellie.
That's kind of same
but
thing.
I don't know if that's the smoke
Giants.
screen or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Jay, you have a pretty high bar, though, right? You're a championship or nothing guy.
Yeah, for the most part. But I do think you have to take steps. Like the one thing I believe the Kings took a necessary step. Yeah, for sure.
And I was with you. I didn't think they were a championship team. They were good, though.
Yeah, very. But I think most Sacramento Kings fans around here got caught up in the theatrics.
Yeah.
Of we have an opportunity to do something, that can count. And that, making the playoffs was that. And then, as you said, Nate, the bar changed.
Yeah.
The finish line kept getting pushed back. The goalpost kept getting moved.
Yeah.
And it looked good, sound good, but also I'm also one of those guys like, let's be careful about where we're going with it too. I love the dream. Let's have some goals.
Sure.
Okay? I mean, come on now.
the players.
I'm
need
not
to think
that person for sure. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm gonna be realistic about the situation too. We can blow all the smoke we want to, but somebody got to cough, Jason.
Yes.
Yeah.
To tease the interview later too, Clawson kind of said something. Oh, that was the press conference. He said something similar to what you're talking about. How just the theatrics were just so in your face last year for the Kings that you couldn't get away from
Couldn't miss it.
Yeah. You're right, Nate. Someone asked, like, what did you know? He's like, it's impossible with social media not to know about the Kings.
Yeah, the beam.
Which is pretty amazing. I mean, we're in the bubble of it, and you're like, and we've all told the stories, like you end up other places, and they're like the beam, Kings. I'm like, how do you you guys know who? I guess they do.
Someone told a story on our air where they were overseas and they were like, "Oh, where you guys from Sacramento?" Oh, the beam.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who on the one of the hosts who said that, but it's everywhere. It's a gimmick, man.
It is.
It's a fantastic gimmick.
Yeah, and
it works.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cut number 3.
Cut number 3.
I don't want to play this, but I will.
Mold to the plate, the 2-2. Got him swinging, and the A's have won the ball game. A's win it 2-1. Great win for the ball club.
Yeah, it was.
What's the point? If you're going to be bad, be historically bad. Why waste your time and beat any game, win any games against the Yankees? I didn't like that.
I can understand where you're coming from.
You should have went. I think that's the problem.
Is that what it was?
Is
Frankie
you
was
weren't at
there.
the game. Yeah.
Frankie the Yankee.
Yeah, he jinxed them. I
He's
think
a Yankee
maybe
fan
that's
too.
the
He
problem.
is.
How's that
2-1.
happen?
I don't know.
How's he a Yankee fan?
I never.
I know
asked
why
Frankie.
you are.
Yeah, I never asked Frankie why he was a Yankee.
I never can understand unless your family's from that way or you're from somewhere that doesn't have a team or you're not close. How do you like a team that's clear across the country?
Yeah, I mean, mine. I had the connection.
Yeah,
but
well, I
you're
know.
right. Yeah,
born
I don't
into
know.
it, family.
Yeah.
How are you from Monterey, California, and you're a fan of the Miami Heat?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I think you just fall in love with the players, right? Like I had a friend growing up, not a player, but he got a Green Bay Packers sticker, and then he was just a Packers fan for life. Yeah, like that did. I had a friend who loved Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diehard Panther. I mean, that's.
But I can move with the player, like
Yes.
generally, what happens, I wouldn't even. People ask me, do you have an NFL team? Like, I like the 49ers. I actually like the Raiders probably a little more. I like both of them, but like not to the passion level that you guys both have on the 49ers. Like, that's your team where your feelings are hurt if they lose. Like, I'm like, I want the Niners to win, but as it goes on, well, last year I wanted the Niners to win the Super Bowl, but other times it's like, okay, if the Niners aren't in, the Raiders aren't in, it's like, I like Peyton Manning, so I guess I'm rooting for the Colts. Or there's Drew Brees, I like the Saints. Or if it's Cam Newton, like somebody, it's like I just I can get attached to a player, and then that's kind of
who you root for.
Yeah,
but
I don't carry it over. Like, well, I rooted for the Bengals last year, but I'm not attached to them now. It's just I had that team for the playoff run or whatever.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can see if you attach yourself to a player in college and you like them, and then wherever they go in the pros, I guess you run with them. But how does that happen? Because there's new college stars every year.
Sure.
So once Cam is done, now you got to ride out with the Panthers, and let's just say Matt Rule's come through, and now you have Teddy Bridgewater and Sam Darnold, but you like somebody at Ohio State now. So what are you gonna run with them?
I know it. I mean, I guess it's maybe levels of fandom. Like I guess I wanted Denver Nuggets to win.
Sure.
No attachment.
Sure.
It's like,
no attachment. Exactly. So I was with you.
But had they lost, it's like, my feelings weren't hurt in the slightest.
Absolutely.
It's like I'm leaning Denver. Nothing against Miami. If Miami wins, cool. But I'm like, it'd be good for Malone and good for the Nuggets.
If you are clear across the country, and if you can, of course you have to be able to afford it and be blessed to do it. But can you be a fan of something and not seen that team play?
Ooh, that's tough. I mean, you don't have to have gone to their game, but like you have to invest in that team. Like watch their games to me and really follow them, know what they are about.
Okay.
That's my thought.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Understandable. Just never understood how you could be from the middle of Los Angeles, Crenshaw District, and what Creed 3 said, Crenshaw District, and then you like the Detroit Pistons.
Right. It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they got a sticker.
And they beat the Lakers.
Right.
So why would you want them?
Yeah, but it also could be that maybe you just like, oh, everybody here likes the Lakers or Clippers or Dodgers. Like I'm doing something different.
Taking the Falcons.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Braves.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
or the other one that's random is you like football in Atlanta, and then you like basketball. I like the Bulls. Okay, you like them for Jordan. And then in baseball, I like the Red Sox. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
How do you have 3 different teams on all different coasts? Like, that doesn't work for me.
Well, I got to ask you this, because I would say, in general, this isn't foolproof, but it feels like in Northern California,
yes,
if you are a Niners fan, more people to me are Giants fans. More, not foolproof. So, or it was A's and Raiders.
True.
You're split. How did that happen?
It's because when I was growing up, where were the Raiders?
That's true. Forgot about that.
The only team that was up here was San Francisco.
Okay.
So there's a window for
But you didn't like the Giants?
No, couldn't stand them.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was an A's guy first.
Right.
Baseball was my first love, 4 or 5 years old. And then football came after that. Well, the Raiders weren't here, so I'm not liking no LA team. I can't stand the Dodgers. Hate the Lakers.
They came here,
I'm not jumping ship now.
Right.
It's if it was something.
Did you like the Raiders at all?
No, heck no,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Man, I mean that's terrible, man.
Okay.
That Pirates and stuff like that, man, they took it to the woodshed.
Wow.
But that's how I became a Niner. The Raiders weren't here when I was growing up. Now, if they were here, you probably need to go ahead and like the Raiders. But who am I to tell you to like? I just always it was weird for you to be from Portland, Oregon, and you like the Houston Oilers here or something. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah. All right. When we come back, we got more things to make decisions on, like safe or out. That's coming your way next here on Sactown Sports.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track, makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
At Elk Grove Honda, we see every Honda buyer as a member of the family, so we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we would buy from ourselves. See our selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Another day, another Kings rumor. I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. This time, the rumor is being reported by Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports that Kyle Kuzma to Sacramento has a lot of momentum. Kuzma spent the last 2 years in Washington, where he averaged about 19 points per game. And the Utah Jazz continue to tinker with their rosters. Taylor Horton-Tucker opts into his $11 million deal this year. Yesterday, the Kings introduced their pair of rookies to Sacramento. And you can check out all of our YouTube. Make sure to check out YouTube and SactownSports.com. See interviews and stories about the new blood in town. Those are the headlines. Let's get back to the Carmichael Dave Show with special guest host. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and special guest host Jay Johnson.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, just rescheduling a couple of things. I think we're going to move Carmichael Dave till 7. He's going to be joining us here at the top of the next hour.
That must mean he's busy there, Jason.
Yeah, I was asking, are we still good for 6:43 or 6:45? It's going to be very close, but I think so. He was 7 minutes away from the stadium. So we'll see. He's either going to be our next segment or at 7 o'clock, but he's coming.
No doubt.
He is coming. It is time for Safe or Out. Nate, what do you have for us for question 1?
Ronald Acuna Jr. reached 50 RBI and 35 stolen bases before July. He joined only Joe Morgan to have ever accomplished that feat. Safe or out? He's the best player in baseball, Ronald Acuna.
Yeah. Well, this is one I remember. This is funny that you're here, Jake, because I remember there was one of the days it was on the afternoon with Doug, and I think we did one of those classic statements. Oh, they're top 10 players, and you're like, list them. Do it. List them.
Right.
And I like, you know what? Jay's right, because that's the easiest top 5 player, top 10 player. You have to do the list because when you start to do, you're like, you know what? They're more like 12 or 15. But it's when you put the people out there. So I'm going to say out, but I don't know who number 1
Taking
is.
Taking the field,
but I think he's on the list. So when I make the list, I don't know that there's a clear-cut number 1. I still think a lot of people would say Mike Trout. Other people are like, because Shohei Ohtani is doing what he's doing consistently, just did it last night again, pitched, hit, he homered, he pitched great. No one else is doing that. So if your barometer is, I need an everyday player that can pitch, well, Shohei's one of one.
Yes.
So that feels like that makes him the unicorn or the unique, and he's great at both. So how is he not the best player? Personally, I'm a huge fan of Judge, but that's a home run hitter. Acuna is so well-rounded. He's a good fielder. Here, Nate just read the stats, 50 RBI, 35 stolen bases, hit a couple more bombs, hits for he's doing everything. So, I mean, it's a long way to compliment him, but I guess I'm going to say out, but I don't know who is because I think that's a good debate.
Yeah, I'll say out in the fact of taking the field is easier.
Yeah. But he's on the short list.
I think the three that come to my mind, and I was just triple checking to make sure I didn't miss anyone. For me, it's Trout, Mookie Betts, and Acuna.
And not Shohei.
He's there.
Yeah.
Let me give him his respect. He's there.
But that's your group. And
that's
so
the four for me. Yeah.
Then it's, it's not, hey, how do I feel today? How is it, like, what's their season going? Like Trout's consistently there. He's been so good for so long. But, I mean, there's some guys that are coming up that are really good. I mean, there's a lot of good baseball players.
Ellie Dela Cruz, he put 2 seasons together like this. We're going to start talking about, are you the best too?
Right.
It's one of those four for me. And I get the reason why people love Shohei is because he's pitching.
Yeah, we've never seen it. We haven't seen it. We've heard about Babe Ruth doing pitching, but he's doing it better.
Good.
Yeah,
it'd be
really
different if he was serviceable.
Yeah,
he's good. I guess I'm more traditional in the fact that I'll take the fielder more or less than the pitcher.
And stolen bases is a lost art. He's got 35 of them.
Shohei doesn't do anything.
I mean, if Acuna gets to 70, like people don't get to that number anymore at all.
70 stolen bases?
Yeah.
Unicorn, man.
Exactly.
Forget a unicorn. Is there anything you can't find beside a unicorn that's even more hard?
Bigfoot.
Harder? Deer, that part. Yeah.
All right, let's go to number 2.
Safe or out?
The Braves currently have their entire infield, first base, second base, shortstop, third base, and catcher in the top 2 in their positions in all-star voting, and 2 of their 3 outfielders in the top 3. A lot of numbers there, guys. Yeah. Safe or out? Getting the Braves' everyday lineup starting in the all-star game would be cool.
I mean, the gimmick sounds great, but it's out.
I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, I just watched a Braves game.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. So they obviously
good,
have
but not that
good
good.
attendance. They got, I mean, Acuna is going to be there. That's, Olsen's leading
For
there.
sure.
Austin Riley's up there. They just, like, their whole infield's there, which is amazing. But yeah, the All-Star game to me is a showcase for the league, and we need to see other people. But I mean, if the Braves get voted in, that's part of the deal. But I don't think they're going to get everybody around the horn. That's pretty crazy, though.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm good on that.
Enough Braves baseball.
Yes.
Question 3.
Safe or out?
As you said earlier, Jason, the Giants are now 11 games above 500.
My bad. I overstepped my boundary. Sorry, Nate.
Safe or out? They should be buyers at the trade deadline.
But that's probably safe. Yeah. I mean, because back to one of your original thoughts, what are they going to do? I don't think much. So they need more. I don't know what more is for them and whether they need a more, because I don't look at this as a championship team. I guess if you get in the field, you have a chance. But baseball, generally, when you get in series and pitching and, your flaws are exposed. And this team, to me, has overachieved at this point. I thought they'd be a 500 team. So as long as they're not crushing whatever future they believe they have, they should be buyers.
Definitely safe. I played around, said they're out. They should definitely be trying to go big. As the Kings, find someone that's going to make a difference and be impactful.
And then maybe you got something.
Absolutely. They need star power. They need someone that I can believe in. And look, I'm going to take my hater glasses off right now and give you the real spill of the Giants. The real spill of the Giants for me, they are definitely overachieving. Their pitching staff is definitely overachieving. If you can really go get a top flight guy and really put someone in the lineup every single day that is you got to pitch around, you cooking with some grease. I think they're really 1 or 2 guys away. They play great team ball. Whatever Gabe Kapler is doing, and he's been doing for the last, he has, and the Giants have, because even the last couple of championships, you look at that roster as pedestrian.
Right.
I still don't know how they won
maximize
the championship.
it.
Yeah, and a couple guys kicked some balls around and stuff like that against the other teams. And now I'm putting my hater glasses back on there, Jason. The Giants need help. They need assistance. And it's a great move. We're going to pay attention more because we're right down to I-80. That's cool, fine, and dandy, but they need more power.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, that is safe or out. We've got more to get to when we come back. A historic team was put together, and on this date in 1992, they debuted. It was quite impressive. We will also check in with Carmichael Dave here coming up shortly as well. That's all straight ahead here on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Get all the latest 49ers news heading into the 2023 season on Sactown Sports.
I think Brock was smart and we kind of facilitated that he met with a bunch of different surgeons. The hope is he's ready for the regular season. We'll take it as it comes, as we're doing. He's working incredibly hard, and the early returns are really good.
Sactown Sports, Sacramento's official home for 49ers football.
Hi, we're Comparion Insurance Agency. Right now, you're thinking, Comparion? Never heard of them. We know. We also know that you have no idea that Comparion Insurance agents are local and provide expert advice. So to help it stick, we're going to say local agent 4 times in the next 15 seconds. Ready? Go. Our local agents know you and your community. Our local agents offer insurance from top carriers. Our local agents have minty fresh breath.
Find us at ComparionInsurance.com. Comparion Insurance Agency. Local agents, expert advice.
And there's number 4.
Your home is the place where you know your loved ones are secure. But the things that keep your home protected can't keep pests at bay. That's where RAID comes in. For 60 years, RAID scientists have worked to protect people around the world with trusted research, ingredients, testing standards, and product efficacy. RAID seeks to create a better future for all, especially the ones you love most. RAID, protection for all.
Y'all ready to do it again, Sacramento? Country in the Park 2 is coming to Heart Health Park at Cal Expo Saturday, September 9th with Cole Swindell, Chris Jansen, Dylan Scott, and more. Plus, a mechanical pool, line dancing saloon, and all the food. Tickets start at $40 or grab your Coors Light Y'all Access passes for $125. For more info, visit SactownSports.com. Country in the Park 2, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, E2 Family Winery, and Hyatt Vacation Club.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
So June 28th, 1992, Portland, Oregon, the birth of the Dream Team. Well, it had been born before that, but they had their first opportunity to play competitively together in a tournament of the Americas. It was basically an Olympic qualifier. I don't think there was really any doubt that Team USA, the Dream Team, the original Dream Team, the first Dream Team, was going to do something special. So in this debut, at one point it was 4-3. In their game against Cuba.
Cuba had them.
They won 136-57.
Oof.
Team USA shot over 50%, had 41 assists. Clyde Drexler scored 20. Bird missed 1 shot.
The glide.
Scored 17. The starting lineup was Magic, Bird, Michael, Barkley, and David Robinson.
The Admiral.
Yeah.
The lefty.
Still a couple of quirks with the Dream Team. I know a lot of this. Some of the over the time, the story was, Isaiah being left off that team and some Jordan feud between them.
Isaiah should have got in over Stockton.
Christian Laettner over Shaq. They took the one college player. That was a bit odd.
Well,
Didn't they have to take a college? Wasn't that?
Yeah,
Yes.
but like Shaq was the
Shaq
one.
was the
I mean,
cat.
Laettner was a legendary college basketball player. I don't want to diminish that. And he did have a pro career, but I mean, Shaq's an all-timer.
Yeah.
And I think we all knew he was going to be a great player.
Yes. And he was better than Laettner then.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody said.
Now you had Robinson, you had Ewing. I mean, this team, I remember the other part about it, like the 3-point line was closer than the NBA. And so now you've got Mullen, you've got Bird, you got Michael. Magic can shoot the three. I mean, it just was unfair. This was one of the first teams. I think I was reading some stuff about it yesterday. The coach for Cuba said, look, it's like trying to cover the sun with your finger.
Yeah.
Like you okay, we got Bird. Oh, there's Michael. Okay, I got Michael. Oh, wait, there's Ewing. There's Drexler. There's Stockton. I mean,
Malone, Pippen.
Just
Mullen.
No weaknesses.
Barkley.
A stacked team. Fun to watch. And then the opposing teams became fans. Like, remember, there's all those famous, like, I want your autograph, take pictures. Like, if they had cell phones, like, they would have been doing all of that. I don't know. I think people are going to call that the greatest team of all time, and maybe it is.
It is.
Yeah.
On paper.
Yeah.
For sure. And I mean, it played out that way,
yeah.
too.
Nothing was close.
I always say Dream Team 2 was amazing, too. I mean, those stacked, same thing, Grant Hill, Shaq, guys like that. What can't you not say? I mean, what can you not say about the Dream Team?
Yeah. And
where did they miss? Was there any part And you brought.
I
up
mean,
the
we're
Shaq
going
over
like super
Leitner.
depth
Yeah.
here, like Shaq over Leitner probably. Maybe
IT,
Isaiah's
yeah.
in there. Some said Isaiah over Stockton. I have no problem with Stockton, but IT could have been on the team.
Well, the reason I say IT over Stockton is he had just came off a couple of championships too at the same time. Stockton, as much as he was a great ball player, a good ball player, they hadn't even got close to winning anything.
Yeah.
You know, IT already had 2 in his pocket.
Right.
And he was just, quite frankly, depending on what you like with your basketball is different, but IT was a little more electric than John Stockton.
Yeah, I'd agree.
You
And
know?
I don't know that you need, I mean, that team probably didn't need any, like,
no,
probably didn't even need a point guard.
I could have been on as a child.
Yeah.
8
like
years old or whatever. And
just
I'm
helping
balling.
out.
Just give me the rock.
Exactly.
Swinging it around the top, man.
Yeah. And it became, obviously, you know, Team USA, then college players finally lost in the Olympics. And, you know, world basketball was getting much, much better.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point now, like, we try to send close to a version of a dream team. And, you know, the Olympics are a battle now.
Did you, have you seen the latest version of our dream team?
The whatever we're going to send to the Olympics
To
next?
FIBA? No, to
Oh,
World
this current
Championships
one.
that's coming up? Yeah. I wasn't impressed, man.
Yeah.
I could
should look up that roster.
I could see this team taking the L here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so now when you get some of those teams, like, what was it that the Gasol brothers were on a team with, like, maybe, gosh, who else was on there? That, like, they would always push Ricky Rubio, I think. They had some really good players that pushed Team USA the last couple times. But are you looking up this?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
I'd be curious to know. But this squad was just so lethal. And what you hear stories about, like legends of, is some of their practices.
Oh my goodness.
And how good and competitive. And I mean, when you're got all those elite competitors really battling, that was probably the best of the dream team that we just didn't get a chance to see.
Yeah, agreed. I would imagine that's probably where the real competition really happens, you know. A couple of guys. Here we go. You tell me. Well, we already know Paolo's on there because he turned his back on the Italian.
Yeah, and everybody's mad at him. Yeah.
All right. Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Anthony Edwards, who I love.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay.
Brandon Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
Jaren Jackson Jr. Cam Johnson. Walker Kessler. Bobby Portis. Austin Reeves.
Okay. This team screaming is fine.
Average compared to all the dream teams.
When you just read that, I think.
Who's your starting point guard? Tyrese or Brunson, right?
Yeah, I think there's one all-star, and it's Tyrese, who made it one time, right? Am I missing somebody on there?
Paolo, no. Mikal, no. Brunson's got on there, right?
No, he was supposed to, but yeah.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, he made it this year.
Tyrese.
Yep.
Brandon Ingram, I think he has
He's made one. Yep.
Jaren Jackson Jr.'s got
this
one.
year. Okay, so I'm sorry.
Cam Johnson, no. Walker Kessler, Bobby Portis, and of course, no Austin Reeves.
Yeah, so I mean, to me, I'm going LeBron, AD, Booker, KD, Kyrie,
Steph,
mm-hmm. Draymond probably is a glue guy for that team.
A bunch of guys.
Already like the squad.
Yeah,
you know,
tons of guys. I mean, you
Lillard, Fox, whatever.
Of course, I mean,
Tatum, Brown,
Brunson's probably your one, or Halliburton.
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards is probably your two for sure. Your three.
You know, the way they do this, sometimes they want balance.
Three?
They might put Bridges, who's a good two-way player, but he's really a good defender.
Okay. Your power forward?
Could be Banchero, maybe.
Your center? Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that team will do well, but it's not. I put them against this dream team we just talked about in 92.
I see a lot of holes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not an Austin Reeves guy.
He's fine.
Bobby Portis is kind of your glue guy.
Yeah.
Walker Kessler's unproven. Cam Johnson, Jaren Jackson Jr., I really like. Brandon Ingram, talented, but he's going to get worked on the defensive side. Halliburton, love. Edwards, love. Brunson, Mikal Bridges. Okay. Paolo, Gunn.
There's better players.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, are any of these guys, as I look at this roster, if the Olympic team comes around and we know we know the Stephs and the LeBrons and all those guys. Now, LeBron might not play, but I think they'll sell LeBron out on his last one in 2 years. Is there anyone on this roster beside, for me, Anthony Edwards, who makes that team?
I was going to say Edwards does, I think.
Maybe Tyrese.
Jaren Jackson might, because sometimes they find like, a big or a rebounder or a defensive play. Like there's some areas of, I won't even say need, but I could see them leaning towards someone like him.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
But
big men maybe thinking a lot of the big men, and I'm sitting here trying to think big men, a lot of them aren't from United States.
That's true.
The Jokic, the Embiids, you know.
So
Jared
he might
Jackson
have to
might be
guard
that way.
guys like that. So and he can shoot the three,
AD,
international three.
AD's probably in there.
Yeah.
No Kings.
Fox,
nothing. Warriors. Draymond.
Right.
Maybe Draymond.
Mhm.
Portland, probably not.
Lillard.
Jeremy Grant. Well,
you're going
big
bigs.
men's.
Yeah.
Cat.
Yeah. Potential.
Yeah.
Right.
Jaren Jackson. Evan Mobley.
Potentially. He's got to keep developing, but
no one on the Nets.
Yeah.
76ers. Knicks.
Yeah. It's thin.
Boston. Oh, Tatum. I'm forgetting Tatum.
Yeah.
Tatum's for sure. And
Right.
Brown's probably in there.
Right.
Orlando. No. Atlanta. Probably not.
So we want to go trade
Miami. Bam.
Bigs.
Maybe
Yeah.
Bam.
Bam could be on that team.
Bam's probably in.
Yeah.
I think he was on wasn't he on the last one?
I believe he was. Yeah.
Bam's probably
That's
in that.
weird. Like I kind of lose track of those guys in international play.
Yeah. Yeah. Dallas. Nothing.
Just Kyrie.
Houston. No.
Yeah.
San Antonio. No. Oklahoma City. Shea.
You know, he's going to be playing with Team Canada. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With Jordy.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about him a
He
little
is
bit
from
later.
Canada, so
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
No Denver.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, he's Canada.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
He's Canadian.
Man,
Man, big man. We
Big
have to
man's
go
a
with
little thin
Bam and
for,
Evan Mobley and Jaren Jackson,
Yeah.
which is fine. I like that. I can, it's better than Bobby Portis, Walker Kessler, and Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram.
Well, and some of those too, it just depends. Like, would
AD
Sabonis play for Team USA? I don't know. He hasn't in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think he would.
I am. Man, yeah, look, he's in Napa. He's playing wherever Napa's playing at this point.
Yeah.
That's it. I just wasn't impressed, man.
Yeah,
When I
I'm with
looked
you
at
on
it
that.
compared to the past history, and I know everything changes, but I never.
Sometimes those
thought,
guys are placeholders, though. They like playing
Yeah.
this, and then they get to the Olympic team, and you're like, oh, that's a different squad.
No disrespect to Walker Kessler, but I never would
Right.
have thought Walker Kessler would be on a dream team.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Reeves for sure not. I mean, I didn't even think Austin Reeves would be a starter in the
Right.
league.
Right.
Bobby Portis, okay.
Yeah,
good
that's
dude.
fine. But, I mean,
Enforcer.
he's a bench player in
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
not even starting. Cam Johnson.
Edwards is a dude on that team.
Oh yeah, he's the guy. He should be hitting up 30.
Yeah.
I would imagine that point guard between Tyrese and Jalen Brunson is going to be
That's a good competition.
little power. Yeah, little powerhouse right there. Like Jaren Jackson Jr. Beyond that, I guess Paolo's going to be the scorer as well.
Yeah. I think Paolo's got a good career ahead of him.
I think so too. I think he's going to put up at least 25 a season.
He was the guy last year. I remember going to Vegas, Summer League. Kings were playing them. I think it was their first game. So we're all there excited about Keegan Murray. And down on the floor before the game at Thomas and Mack, and the Magic come running out. And Banchero ran out. I remember I was standing right by Bobby Jackson. And Bobby's like, whoo, it's a big dude. Like Paolo in person, I'm like, yeah, I mean, it was, again, one of those guys that when you first see him, you're like, wow, they're put together. And I mean, he's just coming out of college. He only played the 1 year. Like, he is already really big.
He's the truth.
Yeah, he was a big, like, Keegan's a good sized guy. But
Oh,
like
yeah, for
Banchero
sure.
is massive.
He's got a little more girth to him.
But
Yeah,
also,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
he is legit, like, 6'10", and you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Dude's big time.
He is a big man. And
He can score too.
Can move and do a lot of things. He's going to be a nice player.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
For me, with him as a defense.
Yeah, maybe.
As
And
a
just
shooting or
more
what
time.
do you
Yeah, I think it, he was a good player at Duke, but I think they had a good team around him. And I think Orlando gave him an opportunity to be a little bit more of kind of the guy, and he did just fine there. So
Yeah. Someone asked who is the U.S. coach. I believe it's Steve Kerr.
yes,
And
because they're
Grant-
changing that over.
Yeah,
right?
and Grant Hill is like the new director now.
Okay.
He took from Arizona.
Yeah, Colangelo.
Colangelo.
Yeah.
There you go. Took
Yeah.
Jerry Colangelo's spot. Yeah, I wasn't impressed, man. I'll be honest there, Jay.
I got you.
It just
They got some work to do.
Bobby Portis, Austin Reeves, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's going against what, like Drexler and Mullen?
Yeah.
Back then?
Please.
Stockton?
Come on, man.
Ewing?
Come on.
These guys were coming off the bench.
I know. Drexler would absolutely, when I say put the pause on Austin Reeves, put the pause on Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
John Stockton would put the pause on Austin Reeves.
Barkley's pushing somebody around.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, anyone's holding Barkley is Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
The rest of them guys on there, they getting worked. I mean, Bobby Portis is again, he's an enforcer, mean guy, so to say, but Charles Barkley, different. That's a different.
Then you put Pippen on Edwards.
Lockdown.
Yeah.
It's just
a different.
Yeah. I guess what I'm looking for is, okay, that guy top in the league.
Right.
None of these guys for me beside Edwards, Jaren Jackson Jr., and of course, we have the infinity for Tyrese Halliburton.
Sure.
The rest of these guys, man, and maybe Paolo at this point.
But
he's a young guy that I could see being thrown on there.
But it's different if we're talking KD, Curry, I don't know, Harden, Booker, LeBron, AD. You're like, okay,
Steph.
let's put that squad up against them.
Oh, come on. This hands down, it's a problem.
Right.
Not even close. I mean, give me Zach LaVine over Austin Reeves. And I know Zach might not play because he's hurt or whatever. DeMar DeRozan, it's a bunch of people that's better than these guys. Yeah. Come on.
All right, we all break here. First hour complete. When we come back, we're going to go over to England, check in with Carmichael Dave. Talked to him a couple days ago. Big announcement yesterday. We'll get the very latest of what's going on with him, with Kevin Nagel, with the Republic, all of that as we continue here on Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
To protect your home from the top down, start from the roof line up. Get clog-free Byers Leaf Guard gutters, fire-safe roofing from Byers Roofing, and power your home with Byers Solar. Act now for $500 off Byers Leaf Guard gutters at thatsbyers.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and I recognize, just like my friends at American Energy Heat and Air, that your time is important. And that's why shopping for a new air conditioner is now easier with American Energy Heat and Air's online quoting tool. All you have to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote right now. It'll help you determine what system you're going to need to get. It'll provide the best pricing options, all from the comfort of your home without having to have somebody come to your home. You know how annoying that is? They come in and everybody there is so sweet and nice, but how much better is it to be able to get it on demand? Visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be.
And I'm doing spot repair.
Talk through what your needs are. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now. Join the adventure when Disney on Ice visits your hometown. Be inspired by Anna and Elsa. Experience Moana's courage. Sing along with Miguel and discover magical memories at Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic. Great seats available. Opening night tickets start at $15. Restrictions and additional charges may apply. Playing Golden One Center November 2nd through 5th. Get your tickets today. For show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com.
The Gold Rush Classic, where the stars and guitars shine. The Gold Rush Classic Stars and Guitars Concert is Friday, July 14th in Rancho Murrieta, featuring Atlanta Rhythm Section and Skin and Leonard. Enjoy the smooth southern sounds of Atlanta Rhythm Section and their award-winning hits, Spooky, So Into You, Champagne Jam, Imaginary Lover, and more. 2 bands, 1 great night of southern rock. The Gold Rush Classic, where the stars and guitars shine. Tickets are available through goldrushclassic.org or through Eventbrite. Are you ready for the ultimate 4th of July celebration? Get ready to kick off the summer in style with the hottest deals in town at Elk Grove Kia. Introducing the all-new 2023 Kia Forte GT line, a compact sedan that's turning heads everywhere. And guess what? You can drive it home for an incredible $149 per month. That's right, the Forte GT line at an unbeatable price. But wait, we've got something even bigger for you. The Kia Telluride, the hottest SUV on the market, is here with prices so low we can't even advertise it. We have 11 Tellurides available for immediate delivery. These deals are the best we've had in over 3 years, so hurry in for the best selection. Our general manager guarantees that if there's a car, SUV, or truck you're willing to take the keys for, we'll find a way to fit your budget at Elk Grove Kia today. Don't buy until you check us out at elkgrovekia.com.
2023 Kia Forte GT, line 149 plus tax, 36-month lease, $49.99 customer cash to assigning, residual of $15,570.45 based on 10K per year, 20 cents per mile over, 0 security deposit required. Kia Finance Tier 1 FICO score 740 plus subject to lender approval. Point of this payment GK 8887641747 expires 7/5/2023.
Elk Grove Kia.
Did you know that money market accounts offer higher dividends than a traditional savings account, all while still being able to access your money at any time? Hey, Jason Ross here, and I want to tell you to step up your earning power with a Level Up money market savings account at Safe Credit Union. With competitive dividend rates, you can take your savings to the next level. Visit safecu.org/levelup for more information and to open up an account today. Insured by NCUA.
Since 1776, July 4th has been celebrated as the birth of American independence, but it's been a federal holiday only since 1941. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. It was a mere 7 years later when the Keys family opened their first Naturewood store in Sacramento. And I guess Northern Californians have been celebrating ever since. We celebrate an incredible selection of furniture brands made right here in America. We celebrate the kind of generous hometown hospitality that was important to Walter Keys in 1948 and continues with the Keys family and the Naturewood Home Furnishing staff today. And we celebrate the kind of quality that's been synonymous with Naturewood for all these 74 years. Look for Made in America brands like Stanton, Sam Moore, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and more during the Naturewood 4th of July sale event. Find the furniture that you will celebrate for years to come. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. Another day, another Kings rumor. This time it's being reported by Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports that Kyle Kuzma to Sacramento has a lot of momentum. Kuzma spent the last 2 years in Washington, where he averaged about 19 points per game. And the Utah Jazz continue to tinker with their rosters. Talen Horton-Tucker opts into his $11 million deal this year. Yesterday, the Kings introduced their pair of rookies to Sacramento. Make sure to check out YouTube and SactownSports.com to see our interviews and stories about the new blood in town. Those are the headlines. Let's get back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and very special guest host, Jay Johnson.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Here we are, starting the second hour of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Jason Ross, Jay Johnson, Nate Littlefield, and there he is, for those of you checking us out on our YouTube page. Carmichael Dave in the stadium. Not even in the – he is in the stadium. What is going on there, Carmichael Dave?
Like he owned the place over there, Jason.
Well, first and foremost, let's do an audio check. Do I sound as okay as possible?
Okay. No, there's no echo. You sound great.
Good. I'm here at John Smith Stadium in Huddersfield, England, home of the Huddersfield Town Terriers. And as you can see, we are currently watering the pitch behind us. Now, we say pitch, and notice how there's a little – they just reseeded it. They're going to have their rugby – the Huddersfield Giants rugby team shares this stadium. So they'll be playing here on the 14th of July. So they decided to reseed it with the soccer season ending. And yeah, as you guys can see behind me, it is the stadiums over here are just incredible, and this is no exception. It's my kind of weather, Jason. You'd hate it over here. It's a little cloudy, a little misty, about 70 degrees. I love Sacramento, but dude, I'll take this weather any day of the week, especially since I just saw the weather we got coming up here this weekend.
Yeah, how are you not running through those sprinklers?
They are all tremendously polite and nice out here, super hospitable. One thing they said, just do me one favor, please don't go on the pitch because groundskeepers will absolutely shoot you. So I'm on the Huddersfield Town blue carpet right here, and then if you see over here, this is where the players from one side sit and their manager, and then look over here. I'm just barely walking. Sorry for those listening on the radio. That's why you got to watch YouTube. Here's where the other team sits. So what I'm saying is that's not a lot of room between players and managers and stuff, but it is what it is, fellas. How are you?
That's Funk Central is what you're telling me, Dave. It might be a little beef there, sir.
A lot of beef. Big, giant tomahawk beef. Going on, man. How are you guys? How is everything back home? You taking care of it?
Yeah, we're doing well. We are anxious. Like, you're in the future. You're a couple hours ahead. Do you know who the Kings free agents are already?
I have been told we are signing everybody.
Okay.
Everybody is coming here. What is this now? Jake saying that there's momentum for Kyle Kuzma. What does that mean? Like, it was a big metal ball going uphill, and now like everyone pushed, and it's kind of
going the other way.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I do know? Don't we know this, guys? When was the last time a move happened that we predicted?
With Monty, probably never. Yeah.
So here's what I know. Whatever move we're doing, it's almost certainly a move that has not been talked about yet.
Yeah, which I like.
The safest thing, right? Other than the report I saw, I think we talked about it last week, Jason, on Harrison Barnes. That's something that had leaked out last week that we spoke on, if I remember correctly, that there was momentum in the beginning to bring him back. Then the Kings kind of were a little quiet on their front. Harrison's camp is going to see if they can't pump up his value and get a better contract or at least an offer elsewhere. And now I think they're talking again. So you don't know, man. It's silly season.
For sure.
Dave, for me, because I haven't had an opportunity to hear everything that you said due to the morning. I'm not a morning guy. I'm more of a nighttime guy. Are you looking more for impactful, powerful, or are you kind of looking to spread this money around? Because I'm more of the ilk of give me someone that I probably can't have, but I'm looking for more power than bodies.
It just depends on who, Jay. I mean, I'm with it honestly, like Chris Middleton, for example. Chris Middleton would be a wonderful, wonderful fit on the team. Here's my problem with that signing. He's probably looking for $34 to $40 million a year. He's probably looking for 4 years. So let's say at the low end, we're talking 4 years, $120 million. Once we extend Domantas Sabonis, which is either going to happen this or next season, he's going to be a max player. Okay, well now we're capped. Now we're capped, and it's Chris Middleton, a guy who's averaged, I want to say, 50 or 55 games over the last 4 years. Is that the guy that's going to take you to the championship? Maybe, but I get nervous. Same thing with Draymond Green. Not so much games played, but he's getting long in the tooth, and I don't know that that's necessarily the move. Now, Kyle Kuzma is young. He's probably around the same price. I think he's looking for $30 million a year. It'll probably top out at 20. My guess is $27 million a year over 4 years, something in that range. But what are we getting out of Kyle Kuzma? We're getting offense, which is awesome. But I think we need defense. So, like we kind of talked about a little bit on, I believe it was Monday when we spoke. Everything flies by here. I'm more in the camp, Jay, of let's spread it around a little bit. I think Fox and Sabonis are going to be the alpha and omega no matter what. Keegan Murray's only going to improve. We have a good bench. Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk are great at the two as a combo. So let's go out, and if we're going to replace Harrison Barnes, okay, well, maybe we grab Brook Lopez. We move everybody back a spot. Maybe I love the Bruce Brown potential out of Denver, though I think he's going back there. As much as Monty surrounded De'Aaron and DeMontis with shooting last summer, I really hope this summer's theme is defense, because I think that's the one thing they're missing.
I know you said, when we talked on Monday, there were some things you couldn't quite share, Dave, about your mission out there. Now, you said you'd be able to share with us a little bit more Wednesday. We'd learn more. I know there's great videos put out yesterday, some good announcements. What was the best part of all of that you can now share with our listeners today?
So on the down low, and I don't know if any of you remember way back when we did the RV trip, and there was a documentary about that. The same fellas over at Franklin Pictures that did that have been following Kevin, myself, and a couple others around for the last couple months. So they commissioned for lack of a better term, a behind-the-scenes reality show. Episode 1 came out last night. It lives on the Huddersfield Town YouTube page. I tweeted it. Kevin tweeted it. I mean, it's out there, and the response has been overwhelming. It's just really a behind-the-scenes, doing everything from when he first got the call that this might be a possibility to the lead up to closing the deal, which really was only made official a little under 2 weeks ago. We've already got, I think, 3 episodes in the can. I think it's going to be either a 6 to 8 episode series, and not only really documents what led up to here, but also how it's going to affect things back home, Sacramento, Sac Republic, possible stadium. So I couldn't talk about that, but I was able to come on last week and say that I kind of came on as an advisor. Part of that role was also as a producer of the show as well, which I'm producing with the Franklin guys. So if you get a chance, go check it out. It's a blast, and it just kind of gives you a little behind the scenes. We got a lot more cool stuff and some really cool surprises, including a name in acting that everybody and their mother would recognize. One of the top 10 voices, recognizable voices in the world, who happens to be a giant Huddersfield Town fan from birth. He's going to factor in here as well. Just a lot of fun, guys, and a lot of hard work, but hopefully making Sacramento proud back home. We're going to bring a lot of this back there and get some more eyes and ears and notoriety on the City of Trees as well.
Dave, you said about 2 or 3 things that I'm super interested in, and I'm gonna try to keep it short, quick, and funky for you, brother. Number 1, I heard a stadium, so my ears popped up. I gotta hear that understanding. We're talking to the guru of the stadiums here. Number 2, you talked about you being a part of this project. Why am I not a part of this project? I feel bad about that. Yeah. Jason, why are you not part of this project? And then third part of it is you're over across the pond, my man. You're in Man City territories for my boy Chris Verlade. You got to talk to me about what's jumping off over that way and, who's running the town over there.
All right, so let's start backwards then, because I said 3 things that were interesting to you. It's funny because I said 12 things.
Yeah, you did.
So that's good. Chris Verlade, I said I was going to be over here. I'm actually about 45 minutes or 40 minutes from Manchester. He's a big City fan. I'm a big United fan. I said, What do you want over there? He said, hot sauce. So I'm going to bring him a bottle of hot sauce from over here because that's just how he is.
Is it going to have Man U label on it?
I don't know. He sent me a picture. Look, it's some sort of, I don't know. He's such a weirdo. You know that. I'll bring stupid hot sauce. As far as the stadium goes, I'm just going to regurgitate what Kevin's already said. Nothing's official. They've been working really hard on this thing for the last, 3 years, and there have been, announcements on progress. Here's what I do know. I know folks back home, folks out there are tired of these starts and stops. I can tell you the work's never stopped. I've seen it in person, whether it's the mayor, whether it's the folks that own the land downtown, along with Kevin and his partners. But the goal is to have an outdoor stadium. The plans were already put out last year, 24,000. I'm not sure on the numbers, not just for the Republic, but other sporting events and also concerts. We don't have a lot of local, by local, I mean, not, an hour's drive away, places for concerts to happen. And I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to hear about that officially very, very soon. And it's just another step, Jay and Jason, in turning that downtown over, starting with Golden 1 and really making it a pretty awesome entertainment district, not just for us, but for future generations.
All right. Last thing for you, Dave. You and I talked yesterday. You gave me a little more clarity on your picture you posted about what your second meal, because you told us about the McDonald's first one, but that breakfast yesterday that we were all kind of questioning what it was, but you cleared it up. Can you explain what your 9 out of 10, what you were eating yesterday?
All right. So yesterday for breakfast, I had, it was smashed avocado, which we agreed, Jason, was guacamole, on top of a piece of toast with 2 perfectly poached eggs, and a slice of tomato on there. And I had that with some juice. It was excellent. The bacon, you properly pointed out, was just a tad undercooked, but it wasn't that English bacon garbage I'd heard about. That's the only reason it wasn't a 10 out of 10. I didn't have breakfast today, but we had a lunch because we had a tour of something. And dude, okay, hold on. I know we got to go, but okay. So you remember Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? I remember when they went to that dinner and like it was like eyeballs and stuff.
Yes.
And okay. So like that's how I am out here because I don't recognize. They had all these sandwiches, and I looked in one, and there was shrimp in it, but I don't know what else was in it. There was a lot of salads in these sandwiches, and I don't know if it's chicken salad, salmon salad. So I end up having like all the fruit,
bread.
Okay? Yes, I had fruit, bread,
a liquid diet.
That's all I'm doing. I think I've lost like 8 pounds out here. Last night for dinner, we were so tired. So what I had for dinner, I had a bacon cheeseburger I ordered from room service. Like I'm not doing great on this whole explore England cuisine thing, but I think we're gonna do tea time later today. So yeah, getting that bucket list out. I'll have all the pictures for you, and I'll have more reports exclusively on what I'm eating out here on SactownSports.com. So stay tuned for that and free agency news.
There you go.
Shouts out to the. I see you got the Huddersfield tea on too, brother. If I'm not mistaken.
I have the Huddersfield tea.
That a boy.
Nice.
Yeah, I have. They don't do iced tea out here, and they don't do hats. They do the little.
I was wondering where the hat was at.
They do the Kangles, and I tried the Kangle on, but I have a fatter head than they do, so it looked like a yarmulke. Otherwise, I think it turns out. I don't know this yet, guys, and I know you're late for a break. I think it turns out I'm going to be traveling Friday instead of tomorrow. I'm 90% sure of that, so I'm going to try to convince our boss to let me join you guys for more than a segment tomorrow. I'm jonesing to talk other sports with you guys back home, Kings. I'm as anxious as you guys, and I miss you all. Jay, again, thanks so much for covering.
Absolutely.
Jason, you guys are the absolute best.
All right, Dave, we'll enjoy. We look forward to talking to you tomorrow. We'll get that all sorted out, and just go run on the pitch. Just do it.
I'll watch. Okay, hold on. Just real quick.
No, we don't want you to get arrested.
Okay, look, the best I can do is I can hold my foot over it. But I can't step on it. So
yeah, I think that's smart.
Behind me, they will kill me.
Yeah. All right, Dave. Thank you. Be safe. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, fellas. Take care. Bye, everybody on YouTube. Love you.
All right, that's Carmichael Dave having some fun out there, doing some good work as well. We will take the break here. When we come back, Fire Wings. That's something Dave will miss and could eat for sure.